Sure, that'll be fine. Well, good morning, everyone, and it's a wonderful day, and that is Martin Luther King Day, and we're here to celebrate a man who was iconic in peace and justice for our world. Martin Luther King was a personal, for me, leader who I have read about, studied, and so I have great iconic for my life as a North Star about how to be a good leader. And but we want to talk about the sad event that occurred Friday night at an iconic location at Dookie Chase. I want to begin by saying that Dookie Chase restaurant was not a target. This event happened to have occurred there, but not a target in and of itself. So just to give you some updates about what happened, the event occurred at 8 o'clock, around 8 o'clock Friday night, and the event started on the street, and it was a young man who was being chased by other people, and he was being shot at as he was trying to escape and hide. So he ran into the foyer of the restaurant, so you all know that. In that situation, because there was so much gunfire going on, 3 innocent bystanders were hit. And these were patrons of the restaurant. They were also visitors to our wonderful city. So I'll give you the update on their status right now. They are 3 women. 2 of them were together as friends, from what I understand, from Los Angeles. One of them, 2, received very severe gunshot wounds and had there was around 5 gunshot wounds. She has been in trauma ICU, has had several surgeries, and as of last night, she's come out of these surgeries successfully, and she will be in the hospital for a couple of weeks, and she will move into the regular ICU, which is an upgrade. The other lady from Los Angeles has also had surgery, and she has been moved to the level of stable. The third person is a woman from Lake Worth, Florida. She received graze wounds to her buttocks and the gunshots, and she was treated and even released that evening or early in the morning. So that's the status of our ladies. The suspect himself, we're going to give you some updates about the perpetrators and what we know, but I'm going to give that to our Chief of Investigations, and that will be Chief Nick Gernon, and he'll give you that side of the updates, all right? So Chief Gernon, I'm going to have you take the podium.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to step behind you, and then Darlene, you'll be able to speak there.
So right now we believe that we have one shooter that we're looking for. Our detectives worked throughout the weekend with our federal partners, specifically from the FBI, helping to locate video, use other technology as a means to try and identify the shooter that we're looking for. We continue to work with the community to bring this individual to justice. Really the big purpose of this today is to kind of update everybody on where we're at and to tell you that we still need more tips. We still need more information. Our detectives are out there right now. If you see them, if you have information, you can obviously always call Crimestoppers, which Ms. Darlene will speak on, or you can talk to the detectives that are in the neighborhood and in the field. However, at this point, we still, although we have information that's putting us in the right direction, we still need more information from the public. So individuals that are out there, people that know what might have gone on in the hours or the days preceding this investigation, and then since this murder occurred, we would urge you to reach out and give us a call. Thank you. Ms. Darlene?
Hi, Darlene Costanza with Crimestoppers. And I'm going to tell you, we're sitting here in a church, and you hear the beautiful music behind us. You hear the voices raised. And that's what this is all about today. It's about celebrating a community, celebrating each other. And when someone does a callous act of walking into a restaurant, running into a restaurant, chasing somebody, or any business, and just shoots at them, and shoots the innocent people around them, we all should be enraged. So Crimestoppers stepped up this weekend, and we offered a $5,000 cash reward. And remember, cash, and you're anonymous. But we knew that the community was going to rally behind us and want to be able to do more. And that's the focus of today. We're here to announce that a reward has increased. Starting today, the reward is $13,500. $13,500 cash. So please don't wait. Send us your information. We've gotten some tips. We haven't gotten nearly enough. But that money's on the table for you to find justice for the family, for the victim's family, for all of those who have been injured, and certainly the community in that neighborhood. They need to find peace. Thank you.
Chief, you want to close us out?
Okay. So you already know that the perpetrators ran right out of the restaurant. And so we know that people have seen something because the event occurred on the street. And I can understand that people are fearful about these things, but that's why Crimestoppers is so important, because we don't want your name, we only want your information. And I said that evening, which is true, sometimes you may have seen something and didn't realize it's a missing piece to a puzzle. So if you were driving down that street or you were in that area and you saw people acting, what we would say suspicious, let us know. We're looking for descriptions of people. We're looking for vehicles if there is one or some. So if you will reflect back and think, gee, I think I saw XYZ, let us know. Call Crimestoppers. We don't need to know who you are. And with that, we'll take one or two questions, but no more than that.
You, Ashley.
Is the family saying anything? Because we're learning that Kareem Harris actually worked at Dookie Chase. Did they say he saw that as a safe place? Is the family helping?
You know, the family has, yes, the family I met that evening, obviously grieving, mom and two sisters I met. It's my understanding that he may have worked there or victim, and that's why it was probably, you know, kind of a safe place he was thinking he was running into to take shelter. So they have shared everything that that they know to share, but at the same time in being in quite a state of trauma. But they are very supportive and cooperative, and we're going to wrap around them with as many services to help them through this time.
Was he on his way to work when it happened? Do we know if he was on
Not
his way
that
to
we
work?
know that. That would be a speculation. We don't, that's not been said to us.
Also, I know that you said that you all are looking for one perpetrator, but was it more than one person that was running behind him?
We know there was one shooter,
Okay.
but he may have indeed been, and there is some speculation that he may have been with others, but only one shooter. Okay? But that's why I'm saying if y'all saw a situation where there are a group of people standing around, that would be important to us. Okay?
Have y'all discussed a motive or any thought of a motive at this time?
No, but I would say that because it was so targeted, it appears to be a retaliatory type of shooting.
For what?
We don't know. We don't know yet. And so that's where the pieces of the puzzle come. So you might have a little bit of information here, someone else might have a little information here, and someone else here. And that's why the little pieces help us create a picture of what we're looking at so we can be guided in the directions.
Is the 19-year-old who is deceased any arrest record, any past violations?
When we get up further down in the investigation and get close to closing that out, we will be able to give everyone's backgrounds for you regarding that.
Chief, to be clear, we have not identified a suspected shooter at this point?
That's correct. We don't have a name yet, or identity, full identity. This shooting was captured on video. So because it actually started on the street, as I've said now, we know there are going to be other ring cameras or other cameras out there. That's why we want to continue to make an appeal to the community. Check your cameras and get that information to us.
And the nature of the shooting of the surviving victims, was it that they happened to be behind the deceased victim, or where were they in relation to where the
Right.
deceased victim was? How did they get shot?
Yeah, so I was on the scene as well, so I can kind of visualize it for you. So on the side of Dookie Chase, where it's the handicap entrance, when you open the front door, it's a small waiting area foyer where people can wait to be seated. And it was in that little area that patrons, the 3 victims who were shot and survived, they were in that foyer area. The shooting started outside, and he went inside, but because they were sitting in that foyer, that's where they were shot. So we're waiting for tables, is what they were doing.
And so the 2 women who were together were from California.
It appears, well, I know 2 are from Los Angeles, and 1 is from Florida. And so apparently, and then there were several customers in there, obviously. The restaurant was full. And so there, it's a tourist, and not even just tourists, it's everyone wants to go to Dookie Chase. I mean, it's so iconic, and that's why it's so, on this particular weekend. MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. himself used to gather upstairs in that restaurant to do peaceful marching. And what an incredible, unfortunate event for this weekend for that to have occurred.
Chief, did the suspect actually enter the restaurant and shot inside? Or
He apparently was being,
outside from
yeah,
into the
no, he's apparently being shot while he's trying to seek cover. So he goes inside the front door and collapses.
I meant the suspect. Did the suspect enter Dookie Chase restaurant?
To my knowledge, yes.
Yes, sir.
Do we know how many shots total? Do we know how many came outside versus?
We do, but we're not in a position to put that out right now.
Yeah.
Are you able to say where on the body?
No.
on
Not
the
right
body where
now.
the women were shot?
The women were just multiple gunshot wounds. I can tell you the one that was released, it was a grazed wound to her buttocks. Yeah.
You can't
Last
say.
question's gonna go to 4.
Was there an exchange of gunfire between the deceased and the
No,
shooter?
not that we know of, or that I know of right now.
So the 2 women from Los Angeles are both still in critical condition, and the other woman who was from.
One is in the critical condition, and is still in ICU, but there's 2 levels in that ICU. One is trauma and one's a regular ICU. It's my understanding she's moved to the regular, or will be moved to the regular
Are
ICU.
you able to say if any of them were shot in the head?
I don't know that, so,
Do
yeah.
you plan to release video of the shooting?
I think that will
due
be up
time.
to, when we can, we're going to put everything out there for you. But of course, there's a delicate balance between revealing too much that could jeopardize the case, but giving you as much as we can. So I've tried to give you all the way up to the guidance of where the detectives are comfortable and not comfortable. So I will always follow their guidance on that.
All right, thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Push that.
I think I gave you my hat.
He is right here.
Okay. Thank you for coming.